All right. Here we go. This is Neomustangs. My name is Dan, and welcome to my live stream. Tuesday. We usually live stream on Sundays, but we're going to go ahead and live stream today. What's going on? Sorry I didn't get a chance, you guys, to live stream on Sunday. Sunday we actually had a issue with the weather. I mean, literally, I posted the live stream like message to go live, and 10 minutes later, you know, it was like the wind just knocked down all, like we'd have lights forever. So anyways, I wanted to let you guys know that we are using OBS, so there's going to be a delay in chat. There's going to be like a 5 or 6 second delay, but the nice thing about OBS and Streamlabs, which is an encoder, is it allows it doesn't have a lot of buffering going on. So there's a delay, but I don't have to worry about my live stream getting cut out. Maybe next week we'll try the YouTube live stream again. But the encoder on YouTube has its own issues. So we're going to stick with OBS for now. And the quality's not perfect, but it is what it is. So yeah, so what's up? What's up, Mod Motor? What's up, Pat? What's up, Jeff? It's good to see you guys. What's going on, Jordan? I've heard you can use 94 LT1 T56 with QuickTime bell housing. Do you know if that's true? I think the shifter on a GM style T56 is a little different. I think it's at a different location if I'm correct. So, if you guys get a chance, if you haven't had a chance to go check out that live stream, I had a live stream last Wednesday with my dude Brutal, over there on Brutal's channel. I did a call in with him, and we probably talked for an hour and a half, and then we talked for quite a bit of time past that. So it was a really good vlog, live stream vlog or whatever. So what's up, Fat Boy? So once again, I didn't live stream on Sunday night because the weather was just nasty, and I didn't have power for like 3 hours, and not a big deal. No big deal. So, what's going on, Andrew? Let's start out with some shout outs. I want to get a shout out to my man, Cousin Paul, Cousin Fred, always working hard for me. Shout out to the channels, that support me. Brutal, Just a 91LX, Donnie B, Foxcast, just to name a few, Gearhead 704. I do appreciate all you guys coming here, streaming, and listening to me babble all night. But I appreciate, I want to give a shout out to my, if you haven't noticed in the chat, the green chat members are my club memberships. I do appreciate you guys for supporting the club membership. So, what's up, Alan Patterson? You got a Hanlon hat? Am I going to wear that Hanlon hat like this, Andrew? What's up, Robert? What do you think of a Pro Comp heads on a 351? Send it. The one thing about some of the aftermarket aluminum heads that are like cheaper, because I think the Pro Comps aren't very expensive. So you got to watch that, make sure that their decks aren't warped, and they're cheap for a reason. Usually the aluminum castings are fine, but it's sometimes, a lot of times it's just a bad valve train. Sometimes it just has poor parts in them. But I would send it, man. Yeah, I'm glad that too, Mod Motorhead. I tell everybody, when you're doing YouTube, it don't happen fast. You know what I mean? And it is very time consuming. And it just sucks because the editing and whatever, it's just terrible. And I enjoy doing it. You gotta like to do it. And sometimes I really don't like to do it. Like, I just wanted to chill out tonight and go watch TV, and had a crazy day. Just got done with football practice. And, I said to myself, well, these are the things that I need to do for, for my membership. So, or for my my channel or whatever. So, what's up, Mike Sherrill? What's going on from VA? What's up, Clay? Make sure y'all hit that like. Probably not the best night in the world to be streaming, you know, because I don't like to talk about politics, but you know, today is the day to vote, so I hope you guys went out and voted. I don't care who you voted for, just go out and vote. You know, so take a break from you know all the politics stuff going on. I'm sure everybody's watching TV, not paying attention. I figured it'd be a good night to live stream. That way people don't, you know, people. I know I'm tired of listening about all this election stuff. So you know, that's all I'm going to say about politics. I don't care about Joe Schmo and this Joe Schmo. I don't care about politics. I care about Fox bodies. But I did vote, and I hope you guys did too. So, anyways, moving on. As you guys see in my thumbnail, wherever it's at on this, like I said before we get started, there is about a 6 or 7 second delay. So when you put something in chat, give me a second for it to pop out. But the stream is solid, so it won't kick out on us. So we get, you know, 20, 30, 50, 75, 100 members in here. You know, we talking some, you know, on the chat. It's not going to cut out. So, you know, I am going to try YouTube's live stream next week. I'm going to try their encoder to see if it's any better, but we'll figure it out. What's going on? Well, what's going on to happen will happen. That's true, Robert. That's true, Robert. So let's talk about last week's Dynos. I went to the Dyno. It was actually about 2 weeks ago. We took the white car to the Dyno. And basically, I'm just going to take the camera with me. So I'm sorry if it's, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a heads up on what I think is going on. So, you know, bear with me. If this is too, you know, is this like too nauseating or whatever when I'm carrying a camera? Or are we good? Because I don't know. I just try to have the camera going, so I can't see the chat from here. But anyways, I want to show you guys. Last week we went to the Dyno, and we literally, you know, I mean, I put 666, 688 to the wheels, which is in my thumbnail, and some of you guys seen the video. And we came to the conclusion that the turbo is too small for this turbo kit. Now, I am going to come out with a video, and I am going to vlog it, because I know a lot of people don't watch these live streams or whatever, but my on-3 kit, I'm pretty sure, it's just not enough. It's just not enough pressure. It's too much. There's too much back pressure in the pipe. So what we've decided to do is we probably won't get track time, because I'm in a couple you know, football leagues, and I'm coaching football, and we're finishing. We got some good weather going on right now, but I'm very busy because it's the end of the season. We're in the playoffs, so I don't know if I'm even gonna have a chance to take this down the track yet. But we're pretty sure that we're going to go ahead and take this turbo kit off, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, the turbo kit just ain't doing me any justice. And one thing we're going to check out before that happens is I got to get inside of that crossover, because I got to get inside that crossover and make sure it ain't all bulked up. You know, meaning that it ain't imploding or whatever, because you guys should check that out, you know, when that happens. So, you know, that's a pretty common thing that happens, and it's happened to me before on my on-3 kits. So, anyways. So, with all that being said, we didn't make the power that we thought we was going to make, but that's okay, because I'm not really worried about that. We made some really good power, and what happens on the Dyno is we started tuning real quick, got a good tune going, got the car rolling, which I showed in my other video if you guys didn't get a chance to watch it. And we started at 10 degrees, and I think the gate was already set at 12, 11, and we noticed that it was creeping pretty good. So what happens is you make power, and then like it just doesn't calculate, meaning that you know, when you get on the AFR and you look on the AFR and you keep adding a little bit of timing at a time, and you're adding fuel and you're tuning, and you get up to the top around 5,000 or 6,000 RPM, and it just starts going fat because it's just backed up. It means it wants to flow, but it can't. You know what I mean? It's just not efficient for me. So being that the turbo is about medium size for that kit, it's actually being choked up more because the kit's not as efficient as the other kit that I had on my 363. What's up, Justin91LX? What's up, Brian GT101? What's up, Cousin Paul? Alan 89 GT, what's up, my man? My 331R with the Holly EFI's tune E85. What's the best way to also get 93? Stations with 80 E85 are few and far between. Take a 5-gallon drum. What I do, I don't have E85 around me either, so I bought a thing of race fuel, or get a plastic drum. Do yourself a favor. Get a plastic 50-gallon drum and go find an E85. It sucks to haul it round and about, but E85 is pretty good when you put all the stabilizer in it. It's pretty good the whole year. So I don't know what kind of, I don't know if you can do that or not, but that's what we do. Clay Zens, we ran Pro Charger F3R for 10 years on the Outlaw notch. We did pretty well for a few years. Turbo guys are hard to beat. We send it the best we can. Anthony Wilson, what's up, bro? I don't know if that helps you out at all, Alan, but that's what I would do. And if I could give you any sort of advice, don't get a metal drum, get a plastic drum. Kind of like what the people do with alcohol. It's just better for the water. And dump all that stabilizer in there, it's all good. That's going to have to be the right. Hey, you know what? And the 85 is a good fuel, even from the pump. It's better than 93. It's safer than 93. But like, again, you're going to still want to run a stabilizer, and you're definitely still going to keep your 93 tune if you got one at all, so you could run 93 through your system so it doesn't corrode up. Now, it's not going to really, but when I took my 351 apart after we beat the snot out of it on the 85 for a while, I should have never let it sit on the 85, if you know what I mean. What's up, Jeff S? So I bought a Fox body and the hood had been flipped up driving down the road. I know the windshield has to come out. Does the dash have to come out to change the cowl? Yes. The dash, what's up, JR Rusted? So the dash bolts into the cowl, okay? And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take all the windshield out, okay? And if you go over and check out Gearhead 704, he's putting a cowl in right now on his channel. There's spot welds underneath all the rubber that seals the bottom of your windshield. It's usually probably got those plastic blocks that kind of stabilize the windshield. And of course, there's all the clips and everything. You got to dig all that out and unspot weld all that. Who'd I miss? So if you haven't noticed, got Dad's car in the back here. Cousin Paul cleaned it up a little bit, took it out of the trailer. I think Cousin Paul put us we had some old carpet and stuff. But I ain't had a chance, man. We're supposed to go to the dyno, but the mad scientist and the Irishman over there have been lazy on me. So, but we're going to go over probably either tomorrow or Thursday. We're going to go over and we're going to put this thing on the dyno. We're going to make some NA power again. We're going to make some supercharger power again. And then we're going to spread a NOS out of it. Does that make sense? What's up? What's up, Smurf TT, a.k.a. Sandinator? Is there any VIN nomenclature to determine what Explorers have the LSD 410 diff? Limited slip. No. Not that I know, but there's a tag on all 8.8s right at the top. You know what I mean? There is a tag that will tell you if it's even Like if you can tell what it is, you know, I would bring like a wire brush with me, and there's a, you know, go check the tag out, take it off the one bolt. It's 7/16. I think that's what it is. And you just take it off the one and just grind it off. It'll tell you, you know, 3R73 or, you know, 4R10. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you could door ID code it too. What Robert said. So. Anyways, what else we got going on? I'm really excited. What kind of horsepower you guys think I'm gonna put down? A car made 235 NA, stock block, GT40 intake. We did the spring upgrade. We did the rockers, the 173 rockers. So, what kind of horsepower you guys think I'm going to put down with the nitrous? Give me 1 second, boys. So, it's 125 shot. And we put 329 to the wheels, 328 to the wheels with a supercharger. I'll be surprised, you know, Mike lives by that stuff. My man Mike, excuse me. My man Mike lives by that stuff. So he loves nitrous, you know, and he says it's better than supercharger. So what do you guys think it'll make? I'm going to post this on Instagram real quick. Okay. No. Okay. So I messed that up. It made 235 wheel NA with a little A-trim 30-year-old supercharger on 6.5, 7 pounds. It made 328. Now, we're going to take the supercharger off. So that's my fault. I should have never said that. We're going to take the supercharger off, and then we're going to shoot the nitrous. So what do you think nitrous is going to beat the supercharger on the dyno? And how much horsepower do you think 19s can handle with the supercharger and the nitrous? Do you think I'll blow ahead? So, 125 shot BWS. Fat Boy Fox, 352. You think the 125 shot's only going to make 315 wheel? JJ, I got a 93 GT with GT40P heads and intake and an N41 cam running a micro squirt. After short drive, matte temps are pretty high. Would opening the downpipe? Yes. It would. It would help. Opening the downpipe, do you mean, are you running mufflers? Or you, so kind of explain what you mean by that. I'm pretty excited to find out what it will do. Hopefully we don't break another axle. I mean, I do like the nitrous, but like I was just telling you over there with the white car, I can't get no track time because every time the tracks are just limited. It's like they're just limited. Like everybody's shut down, but like Dragway 42. I mean, I'm pretty spoiled because I got Dragway 42. It's like 90 miles away, but then I got Thompson that I go to all year, which is like 35 or 40 miles away, and then we got Salem. To the south, it's Quaker Dragway. You know, I mean, I'm pretty spoiled, but I think everybody's shut down. You know what I mean? So minus 42, and you know, I think Thompson's running on Saturdays, but like I said, I coach football, so it's getting hard. Hopefully I can make one pass at some point. Yeah, the Y pipe into the MagnaFlow mufflers. Yeah, I think if you opened it up, JJ, I think you'd be all right. Nate Mattingly. What's up, Dan? A little late here to show, but better late than never. What's up, Nate? It's good to see you. What's up? What's up, Robert? Never had a turbo in my life. I've been watching you, and I want one. I mean, they're fun. I'm having a kick blast with this nitrous. I mean, I've never ran nitrous before, but isn't it kind of funny? I got it all hooked up, and then I couldn't get it to the track. Sucks living in Ohio. What's up, Soul Montine? I got a 94 GT bone stock. That's cool. Y'all don't sleep on 94 95s now. 94 95s, man, they're gonna be the next. You know, they're gonna be the next car. You know, because they had that 2 years of 5.0, and a lot of the parts, you know, it's just a different car. And then they changed the whole car's transplant, motor, drivetrain, and all. Pretty much 96 up, so 94, 95 is going to be a hard car to find parts for. Wasted Wages. What's up, Mercury Man? Finally made it on stream. How you doing? So, anyway, she looks pretty good though, Cousin Paul. Cousin Paul pulled it out of the trailer. Did you take it down the street? Allen 89 GT, taking car to get dyno tuned at HPP Racing here tomorrow. I am running turbo off the 14-pound spring and no boost controller. 15 degrees timing right now. Last was 610 rear wheel. What can I expect in gains? So you're not running a tune at all, Allen? Soul Montine, I want to make some power. Any advice? It's a 50 HO302. Are you bone stock? Or you got like a power adder, Soul? REB Auto, what's the most power you can make on a stock fuel lines and rail? We started running out of fuel on the black car when we had stock bottom end, GT40 heads, GT40 intake, around about 550 wheel on a Mustang dyno, 600, 550 wheel. Now, here's the one thing that you guys got to understand, and I think Brutal mentioned something about it in his injector video, but I'm going to caveat on this. If you over-injector the stock rails and you wire up your good pump, big pump, you can get away with the stock rails because that's the next weakest link, right? So you could probably get, like I used to put 60s in on a stock bottom end motor because 60s are good on 93 pump till about 600-ish. So I would max the injector out because I knew about that point with that car, those rails were done too. You see what I mean? JR Rusted. I thought about four valve swapping my car, but seems too complicated. What's your opinion on that? It is a complication. What's the other options? Allen 89 GT has tune from previous owner. Can gains be expected with timing and AFR adjustments, keeping boost the same? Okay, so gains can be made, but 15 degrees total timing legit is not a whole lot. But on 93 pump, it's safe-ish. 14 pounds is pretty high. It's climbing on, 14, 15 is safe, with lower timing. We did it with Project Hot Wheels. So, if he made 610 rear wheel, what injector did you have in that car? Clay Zentz, you will love the spray. I had a 92 GT back in the 90s, OK heads and B cam. Best time was 7:16 in the 8. Man, that's tickling 1090s. That's good shit, Clay. Robert Kurtz, what do you think about the Holley Terminator X? My harness is showing its age. Already got a new computer, but I'm in the harness all the time. It's definitely a good, the Terminator X is just a good, all the way around. I can't even say it right. JR Rusted 5.0, more power adders to my 5.0. Have GT40P heads and intake plus Jex cam. Okay, so I wanted to go back to... Somebody said that they had a stock block. What was that? Okay, so Sol Montine. He wanted to know, I got a 94 GT bone stock. I want to make more power. Any advice? Okay. The best ways to make power, like if you haven't had a chance to check out my videos on Dad's, you know, like how we've made mods over the time, you're going to want to, like, it's not about just making power. It's about, you know, getting the car to move its ass. So, like, gears are always, like, one of the first best mods. Exhaust is a good best mod. Like, long tubes and or, you know, equal length, shorty headers, H-pipe. I did a poll. I did a poll earlier in my live streams when I first started live streaming some of the best first mods. I mean, junkyard horsepower, Chief. GT40 intake, GT40 heads, B cam was already mentioned, rockers, springs. This is stuff that you can do and aren't super advanced in mechanics that can definitely make your car. I mean, Fox bodies are fast by nature. So adding one mod at a time just makes it just that much better. Does that make any sense? Top Down Toads, man, late to the party. Hope y'all doing well. What's up, Top Down? So, you know, we're about halfway through 8:30, but you know, I'm not going anywhere, so I'm just gonna keep rolling the stream until we're done talking. So anyways, I thought about switching Dad's wheels over. I'm still digging the Chrome Cobra R's though. It does look good. It's not a very good paint job, but it's good from 10, you know, 5-10 feet. So I do have we are going to talk about a 363 soon. It is finished. Actually, it's been finished for about 2 weeks. For those of you guys that don't know what I'm doing, I had a 351 Windsor. I had a stock block 351 Windsor, stock bottom end, in the black car that's over in storage right now. But we ended up messing up a rod. We bent a rod. Matter of fact, I think they're over in the corner. We ended up bending a rod, so we took the block over, and we decided right at the last minute we hadn't made it 410. It's a 408 with 40 over. So we decided last minute to put in my white car. My poor white car had been sitting in the back forever. But, you know, with Dad's car here, you know, I just had so much fun with this car this year. It's ridiculous. And I found this supercharger on a parts car. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, I bought that parts car for $2,000. It was ridiculous. Matter of fact, we ended up saving that car, and cousin Fred uses that. He drives that car all the time now. So it's kind of really neat because I brought the car home, and instead of parting it out, which probably should have happened, I ended up saving the car. We ended up fixing some floor pans or something in it, getting the car to run right, and it came with a speed density, you know, automatic. We changed the transmission because it was blown up and it had the supercharger on it. It was sweet. So, you know, that's how all this madness started. I was waiting on that 410 Windsor to be done. And I said, you know what, let's just vlog Dad's car and beat the snot out of it. So we ended up just taking his stock car and running it, beating the crap out of it. And just fixing stuff as we go. So, I don't know. That's the type of stuff I like to do, man. I'm a stock bottom end guy. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Stock bottom end for life. I've had way more fun with this car than I've had with that. Dude, I still haven't made it down the track. Still. If you guys didn't check out my video, my KISS video where I talked about not having any fun with it, I still ain't made it down the track. It makes no sense. It's just not in the cards, bros. So, and to be honest with you, if I did have a track day and I did have an opportunity to make it down the track, then I probably would take Dad's car anyway so I could shoot nitrous and supercharger at it. So, whatever. Let me come back through chat here. Okay. Top down toads. Can't go wrong with tried and true GT40 Explorer. That's right. David Crow. Robert, 10 weeks and counting. Picked up GT40 intakes this week for $35. That's cheap. Nate Mattingly, have you ever been working on any more videos with the white car? That's a nasty, nasty ride. Yeah, actually, I'm going to be doing a video of what I'm going to be doing to it to make more power. Because that motor's a monster. And I got to feed that thing. So, I'm making a video, I don't know if it's this week or next week it's coming out, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Turbo or supercharged, what do you guys think? Turbo. Sylvian, hi from Quebec, Canada. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you. Thank you. Top down toad. Soul, that's the real question. Yeah, okay. So, wasted wages, Mercury Man. All is well, my friend. Just curious on your thoughts. What guesstimate would you give an NA 408 Windsor? Wasted wages, I would say 408 would make 425 wheel, and a car that's 60 footed 150, 160, 150 on 425 horsepower, depending on its weight, is anywhere between a 1080 car and an 1150 car. I'm pretty close with that stuff. Robert Kurtz, still hard to believe that it's SD car. I know, right? Soul, it's personal preference. Brian GT 101. My 91 GT is white with a black gut. Is that rare? Yes. What's up, Emerald Notch? What's up, 82 Pat Turchin? Tom Gadsey, what's the best tool to get my spark plugs out? I hate dropping my headers. You got a lift? You ever thought about taking your, if you got a lift, you can go underneath. You talking about on 3 headers? You can go underneath of it. I do that all the time, me and Cousin Paul. H-pipe, Soul. That's what I would say. I like the Pro Chamber. Yep. Pro Chamber's got like a nice deep like rhythm to it. Emerald Notch. Need a plan for my Fox body. Want boost, not sure about internals. Built AOD could be an issue. Thoughts? Heads HIC car. Okay, so is it a stock bottom end car? You got anything on it? MCB 98, I have 60-pound deal injectors. I have 60-pound deal. Okay. What's up, T-Web? If it's stock bottom end, just go on 3 turbo. I keep telling y'all ain't gonna go wrong. Project Hot Wheels. You ain't got a chance to look at the playlist. Project Hot Wheels. Even my dad's car. You don't have to put a lot of stuff into it to have a little bit of fun. Make sure that you don't end up getting into it like I did with my white car. Because, like, I'm still haven't went down the track yet in that car. It's crazy because it's just like, it's been on the lift and it's been sitting in storage waiting on parts or waiting for me to put things together for so long that I've had no fun with it. So, to answer your question better, Emerald Notch, don't worry about it. Put it together, make some power, go from there. Because that's its whole nother level. You know what I mean? Allen GT, 120-pound injectors on 331, sir. So you're talking about going 93 on it, right? Fortech, can anyone see my chat? I can see your chat, Fortech. BWS 909. Header size is more important than 2.5 or 3 inch, Robert. Yep. Justin 91LX, head gasket, studs, and ton of boost. Send it. That's correct. Clay Zens, I got an old set of cast iron TFS. Wow. Fox Lake heads. I never put them on the car. Clean them up and send them. How much rear wheel horsepower could a built AOD handle? I got a lot of subs that like AODs. I don't like AODs. So as far as an AOD handle, 400? Pretty much like a T5. I mean, it's got its own demons. Is Mac Pro Chamber? You talking about Pro Chambers 89 GT? Sol Montine, my 94 GT is an auto. Is it hard to swap the manual? No. It's really not. It's expensive, but it's not that hard. What's the rule of thumb on injectors? 1 3/4 headers. For what, Robert? Sean Ray. I guess due to the weather, we'll have to wait to see if you run your dad's car standing on. I know. Listen, I'm telling you boys, listen. It's family. It's family before track. Like I was saying, in Ohio, they've shut down most of the tracks, right? And I've been a coach for my son, and I don't mind sharing this stuff, for years. You know, we also train together. I train my son. And I'm very passionate about that. Well, they stopped doing Wednesdays in September, end of September, early October. And most of the other tracks did like Wednesdays and Fridays and Thursdays, but they shut all that down. So now it's like all Saturday onlys. And we're still playing football. So the only days that the games are on Saturdays. So, I got a tournament next weekend and I got a Super Bowl this weekend. And, hopefully we win. Hopefully at my live chat, I'm happy on Sunday. And, long story short, it's been hard for me to get to the track. But I may send the GoPro and the car with my man Mustang Mike and cousin Paul if he wants to go Saturday, because it's going to be a beautiful day and we got to go see if this thing works. Anyways, Emerald Notch. Sean Ray, I guess, okay, yeah. Usually auto to manual swaps aren't hard. Brian GT101, GT40 Ironheads, what are they going for? A lot. They're hard to find. They're getting harder to find. Pat Turchin, 964 to 138 stock Monument 302. You can't beat that. That's Budget Brawler in my other videos, my little Easter eggs. Pat Turchin is the black coupe that had I think it's got a TH400 trans in it. And he has stock. I sold Pat pistons and rods from a stock bottom end, a nice clean motor years ago. He's still beating the snot out of them. How many pounds of boost you run on that, Pat? 89 GT, Mac Company in general. Okay. I got you, bro. Family's all, yeah. You know what, Sean? This week, I just made the decision. If cousin Paul's still in chat and Smurf TT's in chat, that's Sandy, that's my photographer. This car needs to get down the track. Saturday, I'm going to be busy. I want to see this thing get down the track. So hopefully my man Mustang Mike, if he's in the chat, hopefully we can make this happen. I don't got to be there, but I'll just send the GoPro with it. Tom Gadsey, I'm feeling like I'm the only one left with carbureted 4i. Man, don't feel that way. There's a whole genre of people for that. 85 carburetor. They didn't even offer injection then, so it wasn't like you had a choice. Don't feel like that. Is it horsepower on injector size? The guy that burned my chips said go up every 50 horsepower. What do you think? 42s, rule of thumb. 42s on a stock bottom end 302. 42s are good to 500. 60s are good to 600. Depending on what, like I said earlier in the stream, depending on what fuel pump, and depending on what, if you have it wired, and what rails you're running. Because that changes it a little bit. So 42s are good to 500. Mustang dyno. 60s, 600. You can get 750 out of 80s. if you're lucky. Pretty much past 750, you're at 120s or 160s or more. So, what horsepower is a Walbro 255 tapped out at? 500. So, anyways, 5 years ago, I bought them pistons. Jeez. Stock bottom end pistons. Did you flip the pistons, Pat, or you just put them in? They just put in right? Straight up. Fortec, are the aluminum Pro Comp heads worth the buy? Yeah. I mean, I would do them. I mean, if they're in your budget, send them. You're welcome, Robert. I would, you know, I'm curious to try them myself. So, what was I going to say? We got here. So, again, I know it's, you know, it's election night, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm tired of looking at Facebook, and you know, social media is getting to the point to where it's like, you know, you're just blitzed with so much advertising. It's just, you know, I'm just getting tired of it. And, you know, I'm glad that, you know, the election is soon to be over with. I don't care who wins. I mean, I do care, but, you know, make sure that, you took the time to go out there and, you know, and vote, because it's important. So, but I'm happy for it to be over with. I've had a long football season. I enjoy vlogging. I enjoy YouTube, so I try to do that on the side. You know, I try to make as many videos as I can, and, you know, sometimes it gets a little difficult. So I do appreciate if you haven't seen something in, you know, since last Friday. But I do have a list of things, and you could ask Cousin Paul and Fred. I'm always stressing out about it. So, will I have piston tires, valves, piston issues? No, you will not, Nate. If you're doing stock pistons, if you're flipping stock pistons, make sure you guys hit that like, please. If you haven't already. Ammo tracks. Where we at? Ammo tracks. Do you think the Fox body market value will go down? Looking for a new project, and it seems like, you know, days people are asking way too much for a shit box. Even the verts are coming up. Okay, let me get back to that. Nothing wrong with carbureted eyes, bro. Yes, sir. Wasted wages. Nothing. Okay. You ain't kidding, bro. And the calls and the text. We will see what 340 Walbro will do with 60 pounds on 15 pounds of boost. David Crow, that's a stock bottom end motor again? May the highest bidder win. Sean Ray, yeah, man, that's why I'm glad that you on live. Gives us a break and yourselves talk about staying. I ain't even, you know, and I apologize for even talking about it at all, because that's exactly why I went on the live stream, because I didn't want to sit there on TV, watch Twitch, you know, or watch Netflix or anything that had to do with advertising, because it's just, I'm so tired of it. REB Auto. Okay, straight up with my poor 302, get butt whipped. Nate Mattingly. The political BS is part of the reason why I've been on YouTube versus Facebook. Yes, I get it. Just scored a set of GT43 bars with tubular intake with 2 plates for adjusting timing chain. Nice. 93 Cobra stock short block with trick flow heads and 41 cam. That's going to make some power, man. You did it good. Clay Zentz, I like how you keep it real and to the point and no bullshit. Like all my races, brothers. I see it, man. I see it. Thank you. So let's talk about the Fox body market, guys. That's a heated subject, ain't it? I know people are interested in talking about that, so let's talk about it for a little bit. The Fox body market as it sits is going to go up in price. Now, not because I'm saying that, because they made about 1 million Fox bodies. Okay. And they made so many of them that by the time they went through a era of where they were cheap and they were easy to find, that's kind of towards its end now. The problem lies in the fact that people are wanting a lot of money for Fox bodies because they're a Mustang, because they had somebody tell them that it's worth way more than it's supposed to be, or hey, all these cool things you can do with Fox bodies is, it's like kind of fake news. You know what I mean? So the price of Fox bodies naturally should climb slowly, just like every other popular car in the world. But the fact of the matter that it's being inflated has to do with the fact that, in my opinion, that there's a flooded market of people looking for them all the time because they think they're worth $1 or $2. They'll take a couple parts off of it, pull its motor, and send the roller down the street. I'm like, leave it alone. So this past year has been real bad for Fox bodies and parts cars and project cars because people had more time to sit home and work on their stuff. Does that make sense? Make time to work on their stuff and gather parts and go to the track and be with family and friends. So naturally, it's kind of like it's drove the price up a little bit. So anyways, let me get back to chat and then I'll come back to that. Fox body prices will not go down. People who grew up with these cars, you're right. Sean Ray, there's not much politics drama where I live. Crazy times. Rusted 5.0 rollers, no engine or transmission, going for $5,000 in H-Town. That's crazy. David Crow, coupes around here are going for $5 to $7 grand for rollers only. Coupes are the one. I mean, when you go to a track, let me hit on that real quick. What David Crow said. When you go to the track, like the fastest cars there are Mustang Fox bodies. Some of them. I mean, I'm not talking about your gasser. I'm not talking about your, tubbed out Camaro. I'm talking about your street driven, street strip. I mean, you go to a track and you see 10. I went to it all year. 10 Fox bodies. And the coupes, here's the funny part, is the coupes, they weren't worth shit 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Nobody wanted a coupe. That's why they only made like 10,000 a year. Nobody ordered them. They were terrible. But little did they know they would end up being probably the most popular Fox body. Wow, you can still get a decent running Fox Southeast Coast. Yeah, usually a good, decent Fox body that runs and drives still, that needs some work, is anywhere between $3,000 and $5,000. But here's the perception that, as Top Down Toads is talking about, here's the perception that you have a problem with. Is this guy over here thinks this car's worth $5K because that's what he was told a normal running and driving needing TLC car, but the whole interior shot, the torque boxes are rotted out, and the car has dents and dings all through it. That's not a $5K car. You know what I mean? And then when you tell him that, he said, bro, I know what I have. No, it's bad. This year was bad. Was bad for Fox bodies. Reselling, buying parts, selling parts. It just... Sean Ray, I've been asking Brutal to get Andrew to the track to see what he... You know what? I had a good conversation with Brutal after our vlogs last week, after our, and he's probably watching here, but he's got so much content coming, guys. You guys need to stay tuned. I mean, his channel is fire anyways, right? But like, I've already messed with, like, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just saying there's just a lot of content that he can hit on. And it's going to be cool to watch. And I'm going to definitely, the Arctic Fox, and I forget what they named. What was the name of his black car? It's going to be enjoyable to watch those guys hit the track, hit the dyno. You know, it's going to be cool. REB, no, okay, so John Eric Miller, I have 2 Fox bodies, have less than $1,000 in both of them. 91 hatch, good. TP, what do you think will happen to classics since they are trying to push away from gas? I don't think classics are going anywhere. I think Fox bodies are going to be your next classic. And it's already taken over. Here's the really cool thing, and I'm probably going to make a video on this now that we're talking about it in live stream. Here's the really cool thing about Fox bodies. Do you want to know why they're going to be the #1 car or in the top talk about Barrett Jackson and all these, and Meekum and all these auction places? You want to know why you're going to see that? Because Fox bodies had how many different versions of rare cars? Think about it. They had especially 87, 93. I mean, and if I was making a video, and feel free to steal the idea for a video, I don't really care. I would be posting pictures of like different cars that are coming. You know, you got your Celines, you got your Steedas that were made that weren't even on paper. You got the Ronnie shotgun stuff. You got the SAAC Mustangs. If you're a Fox body fan and you don't know about this, go Google SAAC MK. If it was a Mark II, go Google that. You want to know a rare Fox body? You go look up SAAC Mustangs. I mean, you had your Cobras, you had your Cobra R's, guys. You had your triple blacks. You had your triple whites. You had your... Guys, the list goes on and on. Fox bodies are the best car, end of story. Because if you collected Matchbox Mustangs and you collected just cars in general, McLaren, yes. I can't even believe I forgot that one. If you collected like Hot Wheels cars like I did, you always wanted the rare one. You know what I mean? And it's just, I just enjoy Fox bodies because I think, you know, and I got a very, very good friend of mine who actually owns the Cobra, the last Cobra R ever made, number 108. And I can tell you that he has a museum of Fox bodies. And I just hope one day that, you know, I can vlog it. I have asked him several times, hey, let me come out and show my people your stuff. And he bought my 7,500 mile Celine 88 GT or 88 convertible. 89, I think, 89. I can't have nice stuff like that because it'll end up like this. Let me go through some of my chat. I'm sorry. Michael Winfield. Okay, where we at? I'm sorry, I got to catch up on chat. What do you think, Clark? I mean, TP got me off my chain, man. That was a good one, man. That was good. Coupes will mild setup in Indiana. Yeah, 8 to 10 grand. I'm in Canada, and you cannot find a rust-free Fox body 5.0 coupe for less than 18. Coupes are going to be the one, man. They didn't make a lot of them, so that's going to be the first one that rises to the top, outside of the Cobra rare ones that I was talking about. I whoop on Hell Kitties, and you sure do, Pat. A lot of really high-end builds out there on YouTube and Instagram. People are throwing mad, stupid money into Foxes. They are. Spider Mustang, Dugan Racing. My old friend Mark Lepskin has a collection of... Yep. Let me tell you what. If you didn't want to invest in retirement or 401k, go buy a bunch of low mileage, you know, SVOs and Cobras, and there's your retirement, bro. My old friend, Thomas Moorfield. Everyone here can say that they have an encounter with an old lady stating their car is like their old one. What's not to like about a Fox? That's right. So going back to what I'm saying, I caught up with chat a little bit. I mean, I can't say enough. It's like, I love Fox bodies. If you liked Hot Wheels, if y'all had the little electric track with, do you remember the little trigger thing? Went around the track, whatever. I used to take those cars apart, and I would put other motors in them, and like tires and wheels, and my car would just dominate. Like, I would beat Cousin Paul and Fred all the time. They didn't want nothing to do with me. Don't lie, Cousin Paul. You lost on that track all the time. I had a van. You couldn't beat the van. Anyways, Fox bodies are great, but about the Panther platform, all I was doing was spinning the boost weather. Slot cars. There it is. Slot cars, baby. I didn't have a Fox body slot car, though. I don't even know if they even made any. I probably would have like 100 of them right now hanging all over my garage. Hey, even Chevy guys like our Fox. I know. Here's the thing. And let me go on my soapbox again. Did the Camaro, and I'm not hating on Chevy people, did the Camaro have as many different cool versions as we did? Celine, McLaren, triple, the summer edition. Oh my God. I forgot about the summer edition. And the what was the yellow, the limited. I forgot about them. The SSPs. Fellas. Come on, man. Those Fox bodies, the 7-Up. Do you know the 7-Up never actually was given as a raffle? How can you miss? How can you not? That's the cars that you're going to see, and you're going to laugh, and you're going to think of all the times that you discussed it in streams or hanging out at a track or whatever, and you look at a Fox body and you say, wow. You know, and somebody looks at you and say, why does that look like a funny convertible? I'm like, that's a McLaren. And they weren't super popular, but you know they're rare. You know what I mean? Or you see an SSP and you're like, man, you know they only made so many of those. I mean, they're a special coupe. Love it. Yeah, I've already said Celine, Justin. Or Jason. Summer edition, yes. The summer edition's probably my favorite. One of my favorites. I like the limited, though, because the limited had... It was yellow on black leather. Limited leather, you know, it was a limited, it was a vert. Black leather, black interior. It was a yellow. It was I think they all were auto, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think some of them were stick. But I always wanted one on black Cobra R's with that. I think the limited had this special wing in the back. It's small on the trunk. It wasn't obnoxious, but the IROC, I mean, you had the IROC, but that's it. You had the, what was it, Berlinetta? And you had the IROC Z28. That's all you had, because I was an IROC first. Ask Cousin Paul. We built 350 Chevys first before we touched a Ford. And then when I got my ass smoked by a Fox body and I couldn't beat a grocery getter, that's when I made the switch. My first Mustang was a 1980 Mustang, carbureted. What's up, sweet ass sugar? Coming in with the super chat. I appreciate your homage, my man. Roush, did they make a... Now, wasn't Roush a package after? I think Steeda had to go get installed. But that's why I want to do Project Steeda, because I pretty much have all the parts for that. Man, I'll tell you what. The infamous project of rebuilding in one version. Let me tell you what. This is why we do this, guys. And you can see how passionate I am about it. I love Fox bodies because there's just so many different versions of them. Like, they're just a great car. And sure, they're not perfect. They're not supposed to be. But they're affordable for the most part. And people know you can have a lot of fun with a Fox body. And this is why I do Fox bodies every day. This is why me and Cousin Paul and Cousin Fred have created what we've created with Neomustangs. It was an idea, and I enjoy it every day. Sure, it gets crazy, but you know, it's always nice to come in here and hang out with you guys who enjoy Fox bodies as much as I do and talk about it, because I get fired up on some soapbox shit like I just did. And I appreciate TP for bringing up the very original question on, because I'm very passionate about the price of Fox bodies going up and down and how it's miscued. And the worst thing I can't stand is when a guy says, you know, tell somebody, hey, bro, I know what I have. Don't lowball me. It's like, for you to have to actually say that, we already know you don't know what you're talking about. So I think there is an SN95 with a 427. I think it was a test car. I agree. Top down toads, good times. I love Fox bodies because they work. Between then anything. Another big reason why I like Fox bodies a lot is just there's just so many things you can do to them. Like, you guys hate on LS people? Okay. But that's just another thing you can do to them. You can put the Coyote motor in them. I'm sure we're going to be having a whole K-member that's probably being made right now for the 6.8 351 that's coming out, which is a whole nother discussion in itself. It's like, these are our Hot Wheels, bro. Fox bodies are our Hot Wheels. I'm 43, and I know most of my audience is between like 30 and 45 or more. Bro, these are our Hot Wheels. That's why we love these cars. It looks like a Hot Wheel. Yeah, we rob parts from everything, Wade. We rob intakes and cylinder heads and camshafts. We rob it all, man. Like, I'm putting these Cadillac front brakes. Did you know you could do that, right? There's Cadillac calipers and brake. There's brackets and calipers that a Cadillac, I think you can put on the front of a Fox body that converts it to a dual piston. That's a whole nother vlog, man. It's crazy. What we got here? So let me try to catch up chat here. What wheel horsepower are you going to stop at Ford 10 Windsor? Spullen Ford. No idea. But my next video, and I'll give you guys a peek. I'm going to give you guys a peek, so I'm going to get off my soapbox and calm down a little bit. Y'all hit that like button. Give me about 30 seconds. Y'all hit that like button. Be right back. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. So, this is what we got going on. Check me out. So, if you haven't had a chance, I'm going to go over here and show you guys one more time. We're finna to fix this shit. Like, let's get back into, let me get off my soapbox about prices of Fox bodies. God bless it. Love me some Fox bodies. I mean, look, we're storing a dash, Cousin Paul, Cousin Fred, we're storing an intake, GT40 intake. We restore stuff, man. I'm telling you. So, I started, if you haven't had a chance to check out the part of the live stream earlier, but this is live stream is kind of live for its reasons, so the playbacks on it aren't really all that much. But we'll go real quick, go back to what we were talking about. I think this turbo is too small, but it's kind of medium small, if that makes any sense. If you notice, there's a turbo bracket here that Big Dog Fab put in here, and I didn't cut it out for a reason. So what I'm thinking is this on-3 kit, this thing's moving some steam. So going back to what the guy asked me at 410, how much power am I going to stop at? I really have no idea. We're going to stop when it stops making it. So to give you a sneak peek on one of my next videos, it's going to happen. Is I'm going to show you is Big Dog Fabrication. Shout out to Ken Cooper at Big Dog Fabrication out of Stowe, Ohio. This is our answer. We're going to flow some damn air. Because what's happening with that car, it made 666 horsepower, 688 wheel torque, but it made that power at like 4,600. So we got up to like 5,000 RPM and my AFR just went downhill. It was backing up, probably had 30 PSI in the damn pipes. So I couldn't make any more horsepower because you just didn't have the opportunity to make any horsepower. So if these don't look familiar, Big Dog Fab, these are 1.75 inch, custom made. I have a whole turbo kit. Now this turbo kit was fit for the 363. And as you guys know, the 351's got a higher deck height, so therefore the motor's larger in the bay, right? So White Car's fitting to go back to Ken Cooper at Big Dog, and he's going to refabricate these headers in my crossover to fit this 410 Windsor. The nice thing about it is, if you've seen where that turbo mounted on the driver's side, the plate side, is that doesn't affect my downpipe or my exhaust. So we're going to send it over there. And then, you know, I got a big 66 millimeter wastegate that's going to go on top of that. And it's going to make, I'm going to eat that turbo right in front of you. We're going to see if 1,200 horsepower is what that turbo really makes. We're not trying for 1,200, but we're going to send it on some Ignite Red. Off my soapbox. What's up, Jody? What's up, Scott Summers? Let me get back into chat real quick. I'm sorry I talk and I don't interact with you guys in chat too much. I'll get on my soapbox, try to show you something. Anyways, you're 100% right. This is a generation equivalent to 69 Camaro. Yes, you're correct. Wasted wages, Mercury Man. Never grew out of playing with toys. Me either. I still play with them. What kind of rotor do you run? I'm not real sure, Jeff, but I know there's a whole Cadillac swap. Look it up. And I don't even know what years it fits. But there's a bracket. And here's a tech tip for you guys on Tuesday. There is a bracket and there's a set of front calipers that you can buy that'll fit. I think you modify the bracket and it'll fit. I think you have to have an SN95 piston, or I think you have to convert to SN95 spindle first, though. I think it's got to go on 94, 95 spindle. Don't quote me. You look like Brutal last night. Yeah, rough. I'm rough right now. I don't know. Was he rough? I watched him last night, but you know, his vlog, his video was, his quality of his stream looked really good. Now, you can notice my vlog's a little bit smaller, or, you know, my screen's a little bit smaller. I'm running OBS, so there's a little bit of a delay in chat, but I'm not worried about my stream dropping. So, you know, I don't want to lose the audience and then have to turn around and reload or whatever, but I will take a third gen Camaro over a Fox body any day. My daily is an ATS. Yes. I got a guy that comes to the track all the time in a Cadillac who's really fast. What's up, Irvin Ortega? Them some big pipes. Yeah, they're 1.75 inch. Switch, why would you rather have... Okay. Ford Tech Tip Tuesday. I got a huge gray beard. Neil, have you ever seen any Panthers race on the track competitively? No. So, anyways, I got 100 people on view right now. Make sure you guys hit that like. That always helps my videos. When guys have live streams, and I know that I share a lot of crowd with Fox, Cast, and Gearhead, and you know, and Brutal. I mean, because we don't have a really big, huge genre of people to, you know, that come and go. You know, there's so many of us, and it's growing every day. But you know, when you get in live streams, you know, just be patient with chat, because especially when you ask a question and try to go through it. I'm really sorry if I don't answer a lot of your guys' questions or get to some of your really cool comments. But it's nice because you get to engage with other people and you see similar people in chat and the names and whatever. There's also like a super chat. You know, when people are live streaming, You know, it's kind of like tipping them if you're curious on what the hell that is all about. Sweet Ass Sugar did it to me earlier in the chat. I'm not asking for that. I'm just kind of giving you some, you know, this is what happens in a stream. There's some really cool stuff. And I think, to be honest with you, I think that live streaming is kind of the way YouTube is going to go. Like, live streaming while I'm working would be cool, but it's distracting because I'm trying to talk to you guys. Like the last time I live streamed, I was doing a T5 transmission. Man, I didn't get shit done. But that's okay because I was having a good time talking to you guys. But yeah, I think that, you know, interacting with your audience is kind of cooler than just making videos and cool thumbnails. And I think live streaming, and I get the idea from video games because I play video games. If you ever watch those guys on Twitch and you ever watch those guys with video games, it's kind of crazy because they make stupid amounts of money for playing a video game. And I'm not asking, we don't make money on YouTube like that. What I'm saying is you could take something from that and be like, listen, I can engage my audience in interactive TV on a stream and talk and discuss about, you know, fox bodies and things that I'm passionate about like that. So, you know, it's really cool. And live streaming, you know, there's not a lot of playback with it because usually they're an hour and a half long. But usually there's a lot of really cool discussions in chat that go along with that. So, yeah, I think that's right. I've been some of the New Edge crowd getting the caddy breaks off. That's correct. Jason Stokes, off topic. What kind of nervous... Off topic, but kind of nervous about another race that's going on tonight. Yes, I get it. I'm here live streaming, so you don't have to worry about that race. It seems like making video would be awkward as shit. Talking into a camera by yourself. Yeah. Actually, creating a video is kind of like expressing the way you are. If you notice, I do jump clips. I try to cut out all the dead space, so I give you 8 or 10, 12 minutes of me doing something, racing something, breaking something, you know what I'm saying? Live stream is kind of more nervous because you jump in front of a crowd of people and you just talk, you know? And that's okay because I like to talk and I like to interact with people that enjoy the same stuff that I do. So I appreciate that, Soul Montaigne. Too many mistakes to be made live streaming while working. That's correct. And it happened. I had to ask Cousin Paul, I had to take the damn transmission apart twice because I forgot something. Yeah, my boy ain't doing well on the TV race tonight. Do you play Need for Speed? No, I don't play that one anymore. Fingers crossed, Jody. I won't get political on y'all. I'm watching both. It's fine. You can watch. You can sit here and watch me ramble about how much I enjoy fox bodies, but oh, I did want to show you something. Since she's in chat right here, I got something special for you. You all ready to see it? We're gonna be doing a vlog. I am not a professional painter. I painted Dad's car though. That shit looks good, don't it? But it ain't perfect, and I painted it with cheap paint, so it's starting to come out. Y'all ready for this? I hear you. Oh, shoot. I can't get it out. Check me out, bros. What y'all see? Grabber blue. Somebody's getting a paint job. Yes, sir. So, that is an expensive ass paint. Smurf TT is Sandy. She is my cousin Paul's wife. She does a lot of the videos and photos. She helps me with some of my videos. And she's really good at it. So what we've decided to do this year with Sandy's, if you guys remember the blue car from, we call it the Smurfmobile. If you guys remember the blue car from some of my videos, runs 1420s or whatever. She's very happy with going slow. And she's happy with Mustangs and loves Fox bodies. So what we decided to do is I took another Mustang that we had because she's seen better days. And we're going to take the transplant, Cousin Paul's transplant, and Sandy's car. And we're going to paint it grabber blue. That paint cost $900 with all the stuff. Ridiculous. But we're going to paint it. We're going to get it. And I'm going to put it on video. And you're going to see me suck at it. But I'll probably be okay at it. But I probably won't be as good as Brutal. Because Brutal did really well with the Cobra clone. So it looked really good. Good evening. So let me go back through chat. I'm a great painter. I have trophies, the best paint. Need help. I'm bored. I'm retired. I might ask you, Rob. Yo, I'm from Brazil, and my dream is one day to have an opportunity to meet you and hang out with you. Hey, you know what? I appreciate you on that channel part. Listen, and I'm going to go ahead and advertise it. I definitely 98% positive I'll be at Fox Takeover or Ford Takeover. I think that's Caleb's event. Foxcast Media, if he's here in chat. I will 98% be at Mustang Week. I think me, Cousin Paul, and Sandy are going to be there for the most part. We were going to go last year. Of course, we were going to go this year, but it got canceled. So I know for sure I'll be at those two events that are out of my state. LMR talked about bringing me down for their event for some of the YouTube vloggers. That's on the table. I'm sure I would hope that they would bring me and Brutal and Fox and some of the other, YouTubers to come check that out. Even I think Mike at House of Dula, I think he's out there in Texas too. So I'm sure he'll be there at that and be invited to that. I'm sure LMR will reach out to him, but who knows? Okay. So I do have a Teespring account on my first generation or just sweaters and t-shirts. Now you don't see them on my channel yet because YouTube doesn't allow you to even get or sell merchandise. They don't allow you to sell merchandise until you hit 10K subs. So we're getting really close, but I have a Teespring you can order t-shirts from, and I think guys are pretty happy with it, except Pat. There's a link to the t-shirts you can order through Teespring, and I don't ship. I mean, I'm going to sell the polyester ones that I wear all the time, the real thin ones, but I have to have those specially made here locally. So there's a link to that. And if you see the guys in green chat, if you're one of my club membership guys, sound off in chat. I think you could scroll through and see them. I have a membership thing here on my channel. So if I've helped you at some point, or you enjoy me as a vlogger, you can support me every month, just as a club membership. Naturally, those perks are going to start really kicking in when I hit 10K, because you'll be able to get merchandise cheaper. You'll be able to actually get, whenever I figure out how to allow you guys to see some of my videos early, you'll be able to actually be able to talk to me and live stream on privates or whatever. If you private live stream to help you with maybe some sort of engine build or questions you might have. So, those are some links I wanted to throw out there to check them out. We are getting, I know, Mike, I seen it, Ford Tech, but I'm not going to change it. So anyways, I am going to go ahead and end the stream there. So make sure you guys give me a thumbs up on the way out. Give me a like on the way out. Send me some comments, some of the stuff we talked about, some things you'd like to see us talk about here. I'm going to be collaborating with my buddy Mustang Mike. I'm going to be collaborating with my man Cousin Paul. I'm sure me and Brutal will probably get together soon, and maybe God only knows who else. So, Neo, you and Foxcast are great. Brutal jumps around. You guys hit me that thumbs up. I do appreciate everybody who kept the political stuff out of the stream because I'm not interested in that. So I will be live streaming Sunday night. Hopefully I'll have a really good attitude if we win the Super Bowl with me and my son at a varsity level. So again, hit me up with a like. If you enjoyed the stream, if you enjoy the channel, check out those links. Check out Brutal. Check out Mike Housadula. Check out Gear 704, Gearhead 704, Donnie B, Justin 91 Alex, 50 Tussin, and even though he's not doing much at all, and of course Foxcast Media. I appreciate everyone, and I'll see you guys soon on the next stream. Thank you.